Alright. Just in time. 5 hours 24, 89, 5, 1. Those are rookie numbers. We gotta pump that up. Let's continue. Alright, there's one more important thing that we have to do right here. Before we start continue to, we will do a very important 1.0 only glitch. We're gonna equip folder 2. We're gonna set a reg chip. Move it into slot 1. We're gonna edit this folder without equipping it. We're gonna move Guardian into slot 1. And we're gonna unreg the chip that is currently regged. We're gonna exit. We're gonna save. And we're gonna reset. And then we are going to start game 2! Alright! Everything starts anew. So, Navi cost. We're gonna use the one of the custs that we already had going in game 1 towards the end. Being this cust right here. We're gonna be switching to cust 2 soon enough. Do not worry. Talk to mom again. The oven's on fire again. Let's do it. So you should see something that is not normally possible here, if I did everything correctly. Wowee! Get a load of this! It's Guardian! On reg! Also, we actually get chip drops in the tutorial, and we get free rain now, so that's pretty nice. How does he do it? So this is a glitch that's, as mentioned, exclusive to the Japanese 1.0 version of this game. When you do, you know, the steps that I outlined earlier while I was doing it, then somehow, you know, slot 1 will be regged, but slot 1 and folder 1, no matter if that's actually even possible. And since I specifically moved Guardian right there, we now have Guardian on reg. The one gigantic problem with this is I will lose this as soon as I so much as look at my folder. This means that throughout the entirety of game 2, I have to encounter skip using a different menu. That means I have to either use the subchip menu or the save menu. We'll probably be using the save menu most often. And, very importantly for the late game grind, this does also mean that I can't look at my pack, and I don't know what chips I do and don't have, and what codes I do and don't have, and do and don't need. So it's gonna be something. So we do have sneak run in the cust. We will be able to just sneak run without pausing for a bit, which is nice. GMDs are already trapped in a bunch of areas here. Check, yeah. This one already has trapped GMDs, so I already have an on-trap up. Nothing super important here. See if I can find something here. This is now a bug frag. This used to be copy damage. Another recover patch, and I see one GMD on there. I guess I'll get it and then check. Yeah. I need to be very, very careful I never open the wrong menu here. I'm playing too much Pong because seeing air hockey travel at normal speed threw me off. That's really funny. Yep. What's up, Connie? Yeah, like, a lot of the early areas were already trapped. And of course, they didn't jack up what was already trapped. Kinda funny, yeah. I need to stock up on untrapped. Should I open the folder menu by accident? I can revert to my last save, but who knows when that was. I should be saving often because of this. But yeah, if all goes well, we'll have Guardian on reg all the way until the exact same point previously, which is our sanity check for the game. And it is going to be very useful for a lot of things. It's not actually the fastest thing in the universe, because it is a double dim chip. Like, it dims the screen when you place it down, and again when it does the lightning bolt. But it's like a very safe and consistent way to delete encounters quickly. And it gets you very good S ranks, which we will need. So, it's very, very nice. Anyway, here's Shapeman again. Sorry, I'm eating a bit. This is all stuff we've seen, so there's not much to say here. Cycle of life begins anew. So all the way up until Town 3, we have what I call auto sneak run, which you know, is just using the sneak run NCP as you normally would to sneak run. And then starting part 1, we have to do manual sneak running, which is me opening a menu every time. So here, I don't actually have to open the menu at all. Pretty convenient. Town 1 GMD, unlike in Continue 1 and 3, has nothing worthwhile in Continue 2, so we can kind of ignore it. It has BugFrags, I guess. Kind of the extent of it. I don't remember which of these has top man. I think it's somewhere on the bottom, but just gonna be careful. This PMD here has spin green. It's Spreader Star, which is actually worse than Spreader L for us. Guard 2 Star, which I have Guard 2 already. Color Point, and... okay, Double Crack's like the one thing. I don't think I have Double Crack yet. I can't check my pack, of course, but Double Crack is actually GMD exclusive. We might have to trader it later on, but it's in free chip, so it should be fun. Do I have an on-trap up? No. Kinda would like to check GMDs. I'm not seeing any. Flameline 2F. That's actually pretty good. So I can skip grinding for that later. Keep in mind, okay, we have Flameline 2F. I need to remember all of this because I cannot check my pack. When in doubt, I'll just grind for something, if I'm not sure if I have it. Or, you too can help me remember if I got something or not. This is now an interactive run. This is now a co-op run. You too can help the new Duo Omega world record in the making with your amazing memory capability. My ears, it's the sonic wave. So funny thing, most things get upgraded, of course, by like a stage. Bosses do, viruses do. You know who doesn't? The earphones guy. He's going to do the same all three continues. So he's probably gonna die pretty quickly. Let's see what we got. Yeah? Goodbye. Sorry, earphones guy. We're a little stronger than we were back then. It's a teeny tiny tad. You remember to install the dab mod? Unfortunately, I don't think it would be leaderboard valid if I did that. Very, very sad. I would like to actually submit this. It's gonna be a little weird with the commentary being slightly delayed, but it's okay. It's gonna be whatever. I mean, I do also have the raw local recording, I guess, which I might upload. Right, so I do also have to sneak around manually in here. Elect Tower has too high of a threshold. What's up, Kit? Good to see you. You're just in time for the cycle of life to begin anew. Man, this guy's almost 6 hours into his run and he's only in Elect Tower comp. Ugh, come on, man, really? Can you try a little harder? I was promised quality speedrun content here at, here in Mega May at twitch.tv/20xexpo. One more. I will be saving all of the time. You bet I will. I already am. Please. I just always have to remember to menu up or down when I want to do a manual sneak run. Because if I so much as look at the folder edit menu, we will not be having a good time. Yep, it's Cyberbats again. Seen this before. I don't have anything super important to add here, I think. Still bad at it. That's why I always save and scout the pattern. One. There's only so many places in this comp it can be, really. Whoa? Is it like top left or something? Oh, it's right there, bro! It's right there! What are you doing? Professional speedrunner, by the way. Alright, Shapeman is as ever. We can't hurt him, so... we just gotta do a little bit of this. A little bit of this and a little bit of that, and that's Shapeman. Continue 2 is probably, on average, the least exciting part of the run, but it's also the quickest. This one should be over fairly quickly, because the end game and post game isn't nearly as involved. It ends fairly quick. Like, we actually do all of our chip grinding, like, in the middle of the, like, end game story, during Worldwide Panic and stuff. Because we just already have collect and everything. We don't need to do any Zenny grinds, any BugFrag grinds, anything like that. We can just do everything on the way and then go. When the first time we jack into Meteor comps is also the last time in this menu. Oh, right. Yes, there are traps. Say hello to level 2 viruses. They don't outlive Guardian. Well, actually, Bark EX does. Which is kinda rough, because White Shot 2L is one of the toughest chips to get. Of course. That's always like a huge bottleneck for some reason. Okay, our second name of the day is going to be our current event in our current month. It's Mega Man! Two games, one controller run. That is not happening. I'd be surprised enough if somehow, sometime, we could ever get a race of this going. Because I really don't even know who my opponent would be. I guess it would be either Kamari or Yuki, if I was able to get either of them out of retirement. There has not been a Duo Omega version race yet. I don't know if there ever will be. One person controls land and ship selection, the other person controls Mega Man. Oh my. That would actually be a pretty fun idea for, you know, just a normal playthrough. But for a Duo Omega run? I'm not sure. So we have some unlockers from Continue 1 remaining. So I'm gonna unlock this. This is Anti-Elec. Talk to this guy. I mean, I guess I'll untrap, sure. Fine. I mean, that's really just trader fodder at that point. Another one. Sure. We don't get this yet. We don't currently have the spare unlockers for it. I think that's anti-damage right there. We get that when we do worldwide panning and we go to town 4. Right here. I'm like half running on just muscle memory, which is kind of bad. That kind of good, kind of bad. I don't remember if this guy upgrades. Yes, okay, so this fight upgrades, interesting. But they're no match for the power of the sun! So now we gotta do the gold buck guy. The eye banner while I'm here. I think, yeah. Right? It doesn't actually tell me to do this. But I think this is when we did it last time, so sure. I think we're gonna need the eye banner. I don't think we ever need the Dex banner again, but set up the eye banner. The eyes is a way more convenient warping spot. So this gauntlet is going to be significantly easier than in Continue 1. We just do this, and then Guardian auto wins the fight for us. Praise be Guardian. Alright, so the City Battle Tournament is actually going to be kind of interesting this time. Because I don't know exactly what opponents we'll face. I can tell you 2 of them. But the first one we'll be facing, whether it's Tetsu or Ponta, I can't say. The second is going to be... actually, I don't know if the order is determined, but we'll be facing Numberman and we'll be facing Topman. I would like to get Ponta again. We will see what happens. Okay, so we're starting on top. Okay, so it's Ponta, good. So it's Topman, Ponta, Numberman. That's good. I like that. Where's Topman? So the reason that we're guaranteed to face Topman is because there's 3 categories of navies in the tournament. There's the generic navies, the normal and heal navies. There's the soul navies, which are, you know, your 6 navies for soul unison. And then there is the non-generic, non-soul navi. Being like Topman, Sparkman, Kendo Man, Cold Man, Video Man, and Burner Man. In Continue 2, you will always be facing the opposite non-generic, non-soul navi that you faced in Game 1. So since we faced Sparkman in Continue 1, we're guaranteed to face Topman here, which is very important. This is actually the primary reason that I manipulated Sparkman in Game 1, because Topman is nice and gives early Zenny. However, by manipulating Sparkman Game 1... this would guarantee Topman in Game 2. And more importantly than having Topman in Game 2 is that we don't have Sparkman in Game 2, because if you remember, Sparkman locks us to an extra folder, and we have to open the pack and open the folder to switch back to our normal folder. Meaning we lose Guardian Reg if we get Sparkman's scenario in Continue 2. This is what happened to me during my PB run, so I wasn't able to take Guardian Reg any further than this tournament. Pretty unfortunate, that. And that's why I've adjusted the seat that we use since. So Topman's scenario is kind of interesting. It can be fairly short. These old guys ask you a bunch of questions, and if you get them right, you just you don't have to do like a little mini game. But if you get them wrong, you have to like rub their shoulders. I don't know Japanese, and I don't have a full list of questions here, so I do not know. There's a couple of questions I have, but not nearly all of them. I think there's like 16 questions, and I wasn't able to find a comprehensive list of all of them in Japanese on the internet yet. Might look into that someday. In other words, we're gonna have to rub old people's backs for a bit. Siobhan trapped. Might be White Shot 2M. Oh, wrong warp. Whoops. I might go and mute myself occasionally so I can eat a bit, because I want to eat some of this stuff before it gets completely cold. So if I ever go silent, you don't hear anything for a bit, then... Here we go. We got one right, hey! Then that is probably the reason I'm eating or drinking something. This as well, it's not Legacy Collection, I'm playing this on emulator. So I guess OG hardware is closer, but I'm not actually playing this on a physical GBA because I don't have a Japanese 1.0 Blue Moon card. I don't know how you would even really go about finding one. Probably be pretty difficult. There is the cartridge for EXE-free Black 1.0 is also pretty sought after by speedrunners because you get to skip the copy man fight in Under 4 if you have the 1.0 version, because they just there's an oversight with the story flags. can just fight Bullman early. I think it's. I mean, obviously, I did very legally acquire and dump this. This is out of the question, of course. Right, so here's where we find out, actually, I don't know exactly what happens. Something about his twin brother, like, Kosuke and Tensuke, they got over their fight. I think he wants to make Top Man a better Navi, or more exciting for the kids, because kids aren't really into spinning tops anymore. It's something weird. Anyway, Top Man. Let's see here. This is a good start. See if I can get him in the middle for the maximum air hockey damage. Yeah, I guess it's fine. Oh, nice. I wasn't sure if I could still get him right there. Very good, very good. Looked like it was too late, but we got it. Ponta's next. I need to scroll my note back. We have seen this exact scenario before. The one nice thing is that the Cyber Top is now left in the waiting room for us to jack into, and you will very commonly find Dharma viruses there. So that's where I would grind all the coats of air hockey if I didn't have them already. Wait, this makes 0 sense. It says jack into my PC and warp to Yai's HP. Set up the Yai banner while you're here if needed. You need the Yai banner to warp to Yai's HP. What was past me cooking on this slide? Well, these fights aren't so scary anymore. Especially now that we have Guardian. I will probably go and eat something again. Alright. So that was another repeat of Ponta's scenario. Pretty simple. I might as well play some Guardian. Our folder is slightly soupy, there's quite a few codes involved. Won't really be able to change anything about that. This entire continue. It's how it's gonna have to be. We were able to just Oko that Chumpy, that's pretty sick. Shoot. Don't you blinder me? Does Wood still get status card? Please hold. Haha! Let me Twister you. Or I guess we'll use Var Sword. Alright, sure. Roller isn't really super well made for dealing with bosses most of the time. Just have to make do. Numberman! Alright, so this scenario is new and interesting. This scenario is particularly interesting because there's a number of different things you can do. So the first part of the scenario is you have to hand out flyers for Higsby's because Higsby's is threatened to close down. There's a guy who wants to open a scrub brush shop in AC/DC for some reason. Higsby just sends out an email like, yeah, I'm retiring from the tournament. Enjoy your victory. Unfortunately, Land can't just accept that. It could have been so easy. So now we're handing out flyers for Higsby's. The reward differs depending on... So you get 20 flyers. You have to hand out at least 10. Handing out 10 gives you nothing, except you advance the scenario. Handing out 15 gives you a life sync N. Handing out 20 gives you a ball T. I already happen to have ball, but I'm gonna hand out 15 anyway for the life sync, because life sync is another chip that we free chip trade later on. So we'll be going a little bit out of our way. We get 11 flyers during this trip through AC/DC and town. I thankfully have a list of who all wants a flyer here. And where they are. The amount varies greatly by area as well. Oh, right. I was gonna say, haha, I can do this, but no. You do not get to keep the C-slider between continues, which is one of people's main problem points, I think. You do have to rebuild it every continue. You can play the game 99 times and you still need to build the C-slider again. There's not really any incentive play past free though. So that should be 10. This should be 11. And then I'm just gonna go into Elect Tower because it has 4 NPCs that want a flyer. You can get away without doing this. There's a couple minor comms where there's guys. But, I don't know, like, they're all, like, right there on the path. Like, I would have to jack into, like, 3 different minor comms otherwise. I won't be doing that. There's a chance that I also get Numberman scenario again and continue free, in which case I will just hand out 10. This guy wants 1. This guy wants 1. This guy. And there's one more somewhere. Found him. That should be it. I'm just gonna check my items real quick. Somewhere here it should say 5. Yes. Because we have 5 flyers left because we handed out 15 out of 20. Give me on track. So now we can go back and report to Nanako that we have done our job. Let me just check. Life sync in. But we're not done yet. Because, Numberman is trapped in his own warehouse. Oh no. Who could have ever done this? Maybe the guy that's trying to open the scrub brush shop. I don't think ECDZ even has a large enough population for that to be worthwhile, but you know. There's like 5 people who live here. It wasn't me, I trapped him. God damn it, not fair person. How could you? Welcome, welcome. So this is really interesting. So, there's a door that asks you a bunch of questions. There's 10 possible questions, and the door will ask you 3 of them. I can't read Japanese. I have no idea what it's asking me. And there's like different codes you have to input. So I put together a handy little cheat sheet that just has a visual of every question and every answer that you need to input. I did have to go searching long and hard for this. I like browsed like a whole bunch of people's playthroughs of BN4, like Japanese people's playthroughs of BN4, usually on the Legacy Collection. Thank God that the Legacy Collection gave all these games much more exposure. Because otherwise, I definitely wouldn't have been able to provide a complete list like I have now. There was also a website that actually listed, you know, for one, the fact that it is 10 questions total, and they also listed every question and answer. Just, I wanted the references, raw visual, like, of someone getting the question in-game. That's what I searched for. So we'll see what it happens to throw me this. And there's a lot of questions that you can answer without being able to read Japanese as well, because they're very simple, like, Mavi questions. There's some where you can. So this... Okay, this one's easy. This is a sequence of numbers, just new. This one I will have to look up. So this is, okay, this one's funny. This one was translated into English as 3 circles, which is just 0, 0, 0. Although the diagonal actually kind of makes it hard to tell. And this one is a Mavi question. Okay. There's roughly an equivalent of numbers, or an equivalent amount of questions that are Mavi, and questions that are just like you have to read Japanese. There's actually a lot of questions, which I think is very interesting, where the prompt was changed between English and JP, because a lot of the Japanese questions revolve around how certain numbers are pronounced. And then they just throw those sounds together as one word. And you have to interpret it. That doesn't really work in English, so they, like, changed a bunch of questions to be math equations and other things. So he's Number Man. He's no longer a back row camper. I mean, he does still like it a bit, but... he's upgraded a bit since BN1. He's actually pretty damn nimble. Like, he does love to avoid your attacks. Ow. Case in point. This is a draw. You do start to miss out on full synchro if you are in a solo unit, unfortunately. Oh, nice. I really don't know Number Man's counter hits. Well, there's another. That was actually pretty good. I'm supposed to- no, wait, I'm supposed to jack into the vending machine. We'll be coming back here, I just need to remember it. There is an HP on the vending machine now, whoops. Please remind me to go to the vending machine next time we're there. When is next time? Is it points? I don't know. Alright. Now we have to do the whole male dating sequence again. Seems like Mail just forgot all about the wonderful, magical time that we had in the park, which was not interrupted by anything at all, ever. How sad. Looks like we have to recreate it. Exactly as it happened. Yeah, just Guardian. Unfortunately, Melody is kind of immune to Guardian's curse, so... it'll very often evade it. Because it's not on the ground at the correct time. There are a lot of fights where air hockey is very good still, of course. There's hardly a fight where air hockey is bad. But Guardian is the way more consistent reg. Like, possible alternatives for a glitched reg chip are air hockey free and full cuss. But I think Guardian is the best option. Just looked at the world record news splits and noticed that Red Sun is 7 hours 9 minutes faster than Blue Moon. Is there a specific reason, or is that just due to RNG? The specific reason is Red Sun is the version that I have done a run of. Blue Moon is the version that I have not done a run of until now. It's gonna be pretty even after this. Yuki's run is fairly old. I don't remember exactly how old. I remember my Red Sun run was 2023. So I think Yuki's was like 21x. And a lot of improvements have been found since then, a lot of new tricks. A lot of other strats. I was just the first one to like... Come on. The first one to try another run with all the new things, and I rewrote a lot of the route myself as well. Made it into a more parsable format and such. So a lot of time, like, the previous Red Sun world record by Yuki was also like 23 hours, but a lot of time came off when I did my run, and so a lot of time should come off here when I do this run as well. I do think the two categories are about the same in length. I don't think... I mean, I think Red Sun is a bit better, nicer, faster, but shouldn't make a huge difference. I have to input Rage Duck again. That said, Yuki's runs were very impressive for what they were. I used both of them very often as a reference for many things while I was coming up with my route and such. I really ought to give credit as well to Lucky Typlosion, who's done a lot of routing work on Red Sun, Duo Omega, and provided a lot of very good resources. Big shoutouts to him. My Red Sun route is just based entirely on his nodes, for the most part. So I'm gonna switch Navi customizers here. We can't auto-sneak run anything anymore, so we're finally gonna ditch this. And we're gonna ditch all this stuff as well. I should have just emptied. It's okay. And we're going to... we're gonna equip Collect. I have to... I just realized I'm gonna have to redo this slide, because this assumes I have Spin Yellow, which I don't yet. It's not really a big deal, though. It's just for some Buster stuff. Fine if I do it like this. So our Buster has just grown quite a bit weaker, but we do have Custom 2 now. Quite nice. I do wonder if you can fit in the final attack plus 1 somewhere. I don't know. It's been pinged. But without being able to rotate Custom 2, kind of awkward. I mean, maybe if you swapped it? Please hold. We're doing on-the-fly routing. Right, like, what am I missing? The white attack plus 1? Actually, yeah, I'm missing... No, yeah, there's not really enough... there? I would have to figure something out. There kind of is, and kind of isn't. The pink one here, and then the yellow one here. Fine? I guess? I should make sure to save an image of this for later. There is no compression in this game. Wait, did he just say I have a bug? I do. Oh, because Charge Max is on the yeah. Okay. It's fine, we'll just run with this. There is no compression in this game. All Navi cost programs are, like... what you see is what you get. Actually, I'm gonna redo it once more to what I had initially. Because it has slightly better stats. I should have just gone with what I had put down here, but so the image that I made as a guide here, I read the route somewhat recently, especially this portion. And on this redo, I decided to scrap the Buster Pack cust for a Custom 2 cust. We'll see how well this works out. This is kind of uncharted territory, actually. I did this after the fact, so... we'll see how well it ends up working out. There's definitely still a lot of improvements to be made to this category. This can go a lot lower still. There's a lot of optimization to be found. Well, I guess we're not getting that HP mem in the vending machine for a bit. I didn't talk to the proc, haha. You do have to talk to this guy to get the P code. Did I just do? I think I did something. I was trying to use on-trap, but I think I used something else. I didn't use a lock enemy, did I? That would be kind of... Sorry, I'm all kinds of out of it at the moment. This is Elect-Shock, right? I don't need this because it's in an extra folder. I don't know what my run rate is. Was it on trap? Okay. I'm glad someone's paying more attention than me. Sorry, the whole realization that I had put down a wrong cust here, just because I was messing around towards the end of Continue to, like, kind of messing me up. I don't remember where we get thin yellow, actually. We'll find out, won't we? Because we do have it at the end of Continue, too. Oh, I need to get the BMD that's at the start again. Right. Sort of skipping a lot of these steps in my mind, but... Yes, we are. It's a brand new playthrough. It's a brand new day. So this is where our last unlocker goes for now. This is double points. I would like to add it to the folder, but if I do so, I will lose Guardian Reg. Therefore, I will not be doing that. Go! 400 damage Guardian! Yes, it does. That's why I'm opening the menu so often. This is also in the Legacy Collection. Thank God, it's pretty nice. It's an unintentional quality of life feature, much like what was added later in the Star Force Legacy Collection. Unfortunately, this is the only game it works in. If I had a nickel for every time, for every game that I speedrun, where accessing a menu resets your step counter to 0, and thus lets you avoid all encounters in the game, I would have 2 nickels. Which isn't a lot, but it's very weird that there's 2 of them. And no, I'm not talking Red Sun Blue Moon. I am talking an entirely different game. Alright, play that song again! This is everyone's favorite part of the run. I bet you all were just dying to hear another round of Toy Robo. Yo, what's up, KC? The theme of Nightmare Clown. That's right. There's a giant robot on the loose swinging an axe around. I don't know how safe this park is. Yeah, this gives me good time to snack at least. This is Continue 2. We just started this playthrough like an hour ago. How are you feeling after almost 7 hours? I'm still feeling quite good. I had a little bit of a down point when I was doing BugFrags and Zenny grinding, but it's okay. Continue 2 is nice and short and sweet. See, the greatest thing about playing this on the Japanese version and being able to skip encounters is that you get uninterrupted Toy Robo! 3 times! Did I not grab the... Oh my god. I just grabbed the BMD and then went away, didn't. Okay, maybe I'm not mentally there. Okay. Mentally, I'm taking a vacation somewhere on a nice tropical island. But instead, we're here. I forgot this split again. So what's everyone's favorite soundtrack in the BN series, and why is it Story of Wonder? The only other answers I will accept is Story of Wonder, parentheses, slow version. Parentheses, Toy Robo 4. Toy Robo 4 is kind of lo-fi music to study and relax to. No. Did I do? It's okay, we just put down Guardy. Thank you, Guardy. My trusty friend. 4 does have a lot of really... I love Savor Planet. And the tournament boss theme is great. I freaking love the tournament battle intro with the green lines and everything. It's so sick. And the song plays into it perfectly. Break the Storm from BN6. This is another one of my personal favorites. Or, Castle Comms in BN2. Or Airplane Comms as well. Or Power Plant from BN1. There's so many good ones. Oh man. I guess this is fine. This can give me Macbolt or Boomer. I do need... Well, I need... okay, I need to remember. I have Boomer to L. But everything else I need. So what was that? Macbolt to... what code of Macbolt was that? I was like zoned out. Check the VOD, check the replay. I need to know this because I can't check my pack. That's the big problem in Continue 2. Was anyone paying more attention than me? I think it was G? Macbolt 2 is EFG. It's okay, we're almost done. I think we can be done with Continue 2 before the 10-hour mark, if nothing horrible happens. So then we have, well, for the estimate, we have like 10 hours for Continue 3. Hopefully it won't take quite that long, even though it is the longest Continue. MacBolt G, thank you. I appreciate it. Lo-fi Toy Robocom vibes to complete Django's story too. They do this fake out thing a lot, but then there's actually only 2 instances where they throw a virus at you. Thank you, I appreciate it. This is now a co-op run. Yeah, honestly, there's something unsettling about normal Story of Wonder. Is this the Boktai experience? Is this what the game's like? Is this an accurate representation of Boktai gameplay? I know. The real danger with toy Robocoms is eventually continue free. You have to make sure you don't fall asleep while you do it and start missing BMDs. You can just mash A for this part. And there's a choice here, but it starts you on the correct option, so... The solar fruit, which I think is apples? We're basically done at this point. Tayo! And then Drakita. The end. I don't actually know what the Boktai side of the crossover looks like. I think you get to fight Shapeman somewhere, but I've never seen it. I'm gonna try and see if I can draw air hockey for this fight. I guess this... Well, actually, the Guardian just works even better. I was thinking about Gundam because it's not dimming, but... Why bother thinking when you can just place down Guardian and win? Why brain hurty? Alright, I'm gonna try something here. So there is some... It doesn't really matter whether you do this or not. But there is something kind of neat you can do here. You can do a Chaos Unison before a Chaos Unison ever existed. Because you can, in fact... Why did I open the cup? I need to get angry. You can, in fact... Oh wait, no. Well, I guess if you get out of anxious emotion, you can go and unite again. I know you can unite with one of these dark sports. Let's counter hit. I think they also start showing up if you just pass enough turns, and then so it's either that or you just try and hit chip attacks so you aren't anxious. Now, unisoning with dark ships wasn't really a thing by this point. It just gives you normal Proto Soul, but you do get to also draw the other Dark Sword, and you can charge it up. Kind of like Proto Chaos. I need to remember to jack into that vending machine in Dendo. I'm gonna get around to there. It's actually the next thing on the list. Oh my god, what? This slide still says hot dog stand. No! It's not a hot dog stand, it's a takoyaki stand. I wrote all this I wrote hot dog stand on every slide. And then only later went back across every slide to correct it to takoyaki, but I guess I missed this instant. It's so over. It's actually so. This entire guide is worthless now. Costs the takoyaki stand a hot dog stand in 1 instant. Maybe I will remember to fix this later. Maybe. How does he do it? Yes, thank you, appreciate it. I already did it. I'm back on track. But I appreciate the reminders. Yeah, specifically the big stand outside of Dendome is a takoyaki stand in the Japanese version, which was localized into a hot dog stand in the English version. I think Mr. Match says something about the stand in his scenario in Red Sun, because he like starts crushing on the stand's owner. I don't remember what exactly he says though, and how that's different between versions. MD for high count and E right there, we need that. Yes, this is going to be... We're going to collect every single battle chip, all 150 standard, all, how many megas are there? Damn, it's 40 something, surely? All 5 gigas, all something Program Advances. Speedrunner doesn't know his own game. And we're gonna fight Duo Omega to top it all off. 45? Maybe. 45 I know is the number for JP being sick. I don't really remember the other one. What's up, Zello? There are a lot of Navis in this. A lot of them. Yeah, Duo Omega still seems very far away now. We do have about 10 more hours to go, at least. Yeah, we're not getting like the secret chips like Roll Arrow and Gut Punch and Seek Bomb, whatever else. That you can only do with several people. Full hit. Eh. I'm getting beaten up by this melody. Jumping call after I nap. You don't want post-work me on stream. Alright, fair enough. Looking forward to it though. I'm glad. I'll be very happy to have someone else join me here. There's not that much to talk about in Continue 2. There's gonna be something pretty interesting with regard to the second tournament board coming up soon. Hope I get a good and clear bracket. Otherwise, we'll see. Guardian, go! No thinky, brain hurty. Why use many chip when few chip do trick? I have to save before talking to this guy. This is very important. I have this in like all caps red text, gigantic text. Let's see the tournament board. Okay, this is exactly what I don't want. Cool. I'm glad we talked. Alright, let's try that again. But that is a very clear-cut tournament board at the very least. This is what I want. Here we go. Nice. Alright, good. So the important thing right here is... oh, this is really good, actually. This is going to be Woodman, Riki, Burnerman. The important thing right here is that I face Woodman again. I explained this earlier, but I'll explain it again. I'm going to read the email real quick. Not Sal's. This one. And then I need to quickly scroll to Woodman. The way this game works is it will give you 3 souls in game 1, 2 souls in game 2, and your last soul in game 3. We don't want to visit the Undernet in this continue. We don't want to have to make the Seaslider or do anything like that. So, the way we do this is we don't get a Proto-Man scenario. That's the only one that forces us to the Undernet. So we have to guarantee that we get Junkman scenario. How do we do this? Well, Numberman is guaranteed to show up in the City Battle Tournament and continue to. Which means we have 4 souls by that point. So the way we would guarantee Junkman, which is a new soul for us, would be to get an old soul during Tournament 2, which in this case is going to be Woodman. So I specifically saved before talking to the guy. So I could reset to face Woodman instead of Metalman. Because in this game, at this point the game still has the option of giving me Metalman, which it did at first. But thankfully, that part isn't set in stone yet. You can still shift things around very slightly. And so that's what we did. And so we're gonna be getting, we're currently doing a repeat of Woodman. Which means we will be doing Junkman in the final tournament and we won't have to go to the Undernet. The tournament roster for game 1 is fixed the moment you start a new game. For game 2, I think it's specifically that instance in the Hawk tournament. You can change it slightly. It's kind of weird. But we're able to take advantage of it very well. For game 1, it is indeed fixed the moment that you hit new game. The moment you hit new game from a fresh save with no continue option, all 9 tournament opponents are locked in. I don't know why it works like this here. All I know is that it does. And now you do too. we have to do Woodman scenario again. Not too hard, given that, you know, just lets you bash your face into it until you clear it. If you're bad like me. There's like really fancy mapped out movement here because all these towers are on the same cycle. You like do a bunch of wiggles and stuff and corner turn. Get through very smoothly. It's nice to watch. You should watch someone like Jagumba. I think they're currently on a BN6 or BN4 or any percent grind. But alas, for today you have to put up with me. Yeah, we've done this scenario before, there's not much to say. Have you tried going to the end of Park Area 3? I'm like, gee whiz, wow, sure, I hadn't tried that. Let's do that. Video games. I love video games. Man gains a lot of HP. Oh, fun fact, yeah, they can't do that, but his sapling gun does do it. I'm gonna actually try and go for a PA right here. I have one component in hand right now. Nice counter hit. Maybe not. Maybe we'll go for Aqua Soul. This is too good of a draw. Oh yeah, it kind of is, isn't it? That's... This? Sure. Witness my awesome Blizzard LMI strat. This is what I came up with for Continue 2 and 3. I don't know how this is gonna fare at the end of Continue 3 still, but we will see, won't we? I mean, it won't be for bosses, it'll just be for virus battles. Where's the thingamajig? Left. Of course. Who's next? Riki. That's good. I like Riki because Riki is much easier and shorter than Curry. And much funnier if you watch the cuts. Yeah, I do like it. My original idea was to run Blizzard and LMIS alongside Bob Spread, similar to how the Fire Soul folder runs Heat Spread. But then I realized for some reason, so like Heat Shot, Heat V, and Heat Sight all come in the same code, which is D code. Bubbler, Bub V, and Bubble Side do not share a code. Specifically because Bubbler is PQR for some reason in this game. I do not know why. The others would technically line up if Bubbler came in, I think, B code? But no. Like, I'm not putting Bubble Thread in my folder if it means having like as a sequential PA, like PQR in there. So we're just gonna do Blizzard LMIs, and then we're gonna add some things over time as well. as I get access to them. Unfortunately, I have no control over the normal, like, generic Navi scenarios. So I don't know if I will be getting Curry or Tetsu, or... Sorry, Ponta or Tetsu, Curry, or Riki, and Polly versus Foot Bomb. I hope that I don't get Polly again, because it's pretty long and doesn't offer a great reward other than the first time. But we'll see what happens. For Tournament 1, Ponta is the best, which is the normal Navi. For Tournament 2, Riki is better, which is the heal Navi. And then 3, Foot Bomb is by far faster, which is the normal Navi again. Can you do the thing? Hey look, he's spawning ice panels for me. Isn't that nice? What a kind guy. You don't. There's no way to tell if it's going left or right. It's completely luck-based. You have the same chances of winning when not doing anything, which is just awesome. I hope I get to show off how we do that scenario one. I mean, like, yeah, it's not as cushy. You don't have as much HP going into it, because the Navi actually doesn't scale at all, and the feature continues. I don't know what it's like to do it in Game 1 for, like, any pretend. Oh, he can do anything because he can't warp it. We're always going to want Polly and do Omega, of course. This kind of sucks. I'm just like, I'm digging for something specific at this, but it might take a bit. Doesn't work, that's breaking. Proto Soul does get back B Reflect. About the extent of it. I like my area back. Oh, and that, sure. I don't know how to use this with Proto Soul. Yeah, I know you can charge it, but it's like too complex for me. This is the most horrible heal Navi fight I've ever had. So let me draw that final Gundel Soul and then we're out of here. Thank you. 1, 2, 3. Program Advance! Pile Driver! That's another one down for the PA library. Alright, Burner Man scenario. This one is new. We haven't done this one. So we're gonna go home. The scenario is kind of funny because there's a good BN1 callback. Mom called us and she says our oven's on fire. So she gives us the water gun that we used in Fireman scenario to cool down the oven so that Mega Man can continue on. However, it's not quite enough for this. Unfortunate. Burner Man's reasonably quick, yeah. It's slower than video, but it's fine. So of course, we consult an expert on cyber flames, Higsby, who gives us a cyber water gun. And that's what we... this is... So you have to play this minigame every time. Nice. You have to press B when the thing is all the way at the top. If you don't make just the right timing, you'll still put out a lot of fires, like 6 or something usually. But also they will also be cleared like one at a time. Whereas it just does one big splash if you do it like this. I forgot to... Don't have... I mean, this could be flame line of some sort. Fine. Well, we have that one already, plenty, but it's okay. Okay. Obviously, it's ideal to hit the top every time, but it's not. So the reason this is happening is Atsuki, which is Burner Man's operator, and Mr. Match are fighting over who has the better fire Navi, and setting the whole net ablaze. So, in classic Hawk Tournament fashion, we have to go to the back of Park Area 3! Woohoo! And we have to put out all these fires. It does start to go faster as you go. Heated drama between men. That's so true. Wait, would you call it a heated rivalry? Sorry. There is a lot of hockey in this game. Sorry. Shoot, that's not gonna make it, I think. Yeah, I do like this more than Energy Chungus, for sure. This game had better versions of Press and of Energy Chung. Is that enough? Yeah, Match is kind of a mainstay character. I think the only game that he's not in is 5? And I guess, like, I don't know, BCC 4.5? If you want to count those. But the only main game he's in, or he's not in, is 5. He does make his triumphant return in 6. Where he's good now, kinda, maybe? that double crack? I kinda hope. That's not enough. I'm pretty sure at this point it starts just being too much for not a full perfect charge. There's one at the end that you absolutely need to two-shot unless you get the full charge. I don't know. They kind of like tried to say he reformed in being free and was good now and a part of Scilab, which was obviously not true. But Lan fell for it. And then I don't know. I mean, he isn't technically like doing criminal things anymore as of here. And then 6 he becomes a teacher. But really, for all intents and purposes, he should be locked away. Yeah, this one is gonna be a 2. Alright, trimple enough. Burner Man. Unfortunately for Burner Man, he is weak to water, meaning hopefully I can use my awesome Blizzard Elemize strategies to great avail here. Goodbye. And there you have it. Yes, LMI starts multi-hitting when you use it on an ice panel. All the respective, like, Alum Sirius chips do that when you are on the correct type of panel. Elm Leaf on wood, or Elm Flare on lava, etc, etc. Come on. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, I dare you, do it, I dare you, do it, I dare you, you won't, you won't. Idiot! Nice Var Sword though. Ah! Okay, 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 buddy. Okay, okay. We need to talk. We need to talk about your usage of Life Sword. Ah! I don't have an undershirt in. Shoot! And this is why we save. Ow. I just got Life Sworded right in the face. This is the second time that Aquaman DS has killed me this run. I was hoping... it kind of worked. Oh no. Aquaman versus Aqua Soul. Name a better anime battle. So since I don't have undershirt and he doesn't have undershirt in this time. Instead of Duo Omega, the final secret boss will just be another Aquaman DS. That's right. Shout out to the one time I fought Mega Man DS and I used Life Sword in the first milliseconds of the fight. Alright, off to Netopia. Oh, this is where it gets spin yellow. Okay. Please hold as I will readjust my custom. First we have to haggle down this old woman again, though. I'm sorry. She gets so mad at you when you do. Kids these days. And we have to do Wowzer's box. In the box, and wowzers! It's viruses! Funny every time. It wasn't that long ago that we were here grabbing this as Recuff 150. So, I know I have this somewhere. Here we go. So now we have 4 attack instead of 3, which is a little bit better. It's like, go see all the sites, but we've already seen all the sites, which is the little kid in front of the Coliseum and these 2 guys up the stairs. And very importantly, the pizza is still here. Pizza, not a chicken like in Red. Or, in Blue Moon, it's pizza. In Red Sun, it's a chicken leg. Lana's used to, getting abducted the moment he travels abroad. It's okay. That's okay, I'm used to random things going wrong for now. There's a lot of fake Mega Man Battle Network quotes, but that one is somehow real. Gonna blow people's minds again by saying that I'm 30 years old is not real. Neither is everyone jack off immediately. The untrap doesn't activate when getting the key data. Wait, that would actually be such a cool interaction. If it actually, like, skipped the fights when you had an untrap up. That would actually be pretty cool. Alas. In Germany, we call that Erlebnisurlaub. You get more than you paid for. These guys are like the only thing, or some of the only things, continue to that outlive Guardia. There really isn't much that survives Guardia, but Bark EX does. Yeah, true. I'll Jack and Geosquirrel if that's what it takes is real. You get that one. Alright, so let's see what we get here. It should be Junkman, Kendo Man, and either Foot Bump or another Water God. I hope it's not Water God. Please don't be Water God. I don't know if you can change it though. Yes! Nice! So this is Junkman into Foot Bump into Kendo Man. Very good. So far, my luck in terms of generic Navi scenarios has been good as well. Junkman! Immediately starting with the new... The only scenario where you get to go to Yumlin. And it's Blue Moon exclusive. Our favorite place. I actually do like this scenario. I think it's really neat. I mean, I do have to buy the Yumlin code immediately, but we should have plenty of money to do this. I don't know how much money I have. 30k. Easy. To get this BMD right here again. So this guy over here, he says there's like a scrapyard here and it's kind of dangerous. We're gonna go in anyway, of course, and then Mega Man gets buried by a bunch of junk, no! But we jack him out and it seems he's fine. And this is totally the real Mega Man we're talking to right now. In our PET. So we ask him a bunch of questions. Whoa! He doesn't know us at all. It's Junkman. What the hell? There's actually a lot of very funny dialogue. You can actually answer the questions correctly for a while. It's like, I think the first one is what grade did I get on my last test? Which you can answer correctly. I think it's 35. And then it's like, what's my favorite food? And then, what did I have for breakfast? And then, eventually there's a question where all the answers are wrong, and it doesn't let you continue. Which is like, what was the hardest boss we faced so far? And the options are like, Kickman Omega, and, Superman Delta. Stuff like that. Oh, right, so, I'm Junkman now, which means, I don't work normally. I have a lot of bugs on me. Eh. So currently I'm inflicted with Confuse. Reverses my movement. All of these fights have Bark EX. It's kinda nasty. Shoot, I got him with the confusion. Mega Man is dying. Repost to make him die faster. I really need to be careful. There's like 5 fights. Here's something cool you can do with air shot. Never mind? I was expecting to move the MagTech into the next row, but, apparently not. We are thankfully jacked in from outside. So we find Mega Man again, checked out, and now we want to help purify Junkman's soul. Something. So jack into the Buddha comp and get some data for him. Salvation data. I don't remember what it's called. And that's actually basically it. That's the entire scenario. Compare that to Proto Man's scenario. Kinda crazy. No. We go here, and we're gonna fight. Junkman is a back row camper, so he's very allergic to Gunmiliac. This is kind of... I'm actually like primarily using Proto Soul here to just get rid of the Var Sword, like take an extra chip in my jaw. Although you might be able to reflect the junk cubes. This isn't really good. I don't have a good way to reach him. If he were to ever come to the front, I could smash him with a Sea Saber. I'm not doing so hot. I don't know if you're able to tell. It's okay, we won. All that matters is the end result, right? And so we got Junk Soul, which is actually pretty good, kinda, maybe. It's alright. Here we go. Basically what it does, well, on Unison it inflicts confuse on every enemy. Who's next? It's football. And then it like recycles chips, like there's 2 slots in your custom screen that'll have chips you've already used in the battle, so you can like reuse strong chips, but it's selected randomly, of course. So this scenario is kind of awesome because it's stupid. I have mentioned this before. One important thing to mention is Netopia area GMDs gain a lot of value starting game 2. There's a low chance we'll find Get On 2 in here. It's T-coded if you ever see it. We'll keep an eye out for it. I don't remember what happened to Junkman exactly. But I think he goes to the afterlife and is happy, something. I remember it's actually pretty well written. So this Navi wants a Guard 1A. I had a funny thing happen where I didn't actually have any Guard 1As in practice. Read your latest email. Jack near the goddess statue, and here's gonna be our cusp for this scenario. My idea for a Navi cusp. Do you like it? So, welcome to football. This is a stupid, entirely RNG minigame. I'm just gonna press the A button, and we will see what happens. Whether we win or not is up to luck. Looking pretty good so far. You can dodge left or right, you can shoot left or right, but it doesn't really matter. It's just a 1 and 3 either way. So we won the first round, that was pretty nice. But of course, there is a second. Because why wouldn't there be? The BN4 Russian roulette minigame. That's one hell of a way to describe it. It's kind of... Oh, well there it is. Okay, nice. So we don't have to 10-ship that anymore. I've been getting quite good luck with GMDs on average. We can do everyone's favorite trick again here. I hope you're ready. Brace yourselves. And... presto! How does he do it? So now we have to do it again, except the bomb is bigger and does double damage. Doesn't really change much. In many regards, this one is easier than the other one. He gets 2-shot, while I still get 3-shot? Yeah. And that's it. It's that trim. And that's it! Remember Pauly's scenario? This one is way shorter. I need to fix my Navi cost. As much fun as having 1,600 HP is. Alright, time to beat him up. I like to get him with the Z-Saver. Oh right, wind effects and fan effects don't apply while Invis is up. I forgot. No! Well, I guess that's fine. I was mostly upset that I didn't use that awesome full synchro LMIs on an ice. But I guess it was fine. I got the coat! Alright. Sure. Next is Kendo. This scenario is a little troublesome in the Japanese version. It's also really hard to pinpoint which one is faster between this and Cold, but Kendo does take it by a bit. So we're gonna go to Netfrika. We're gonna jack into the Limpopo comp again, as we like to do. Thankfully, there's no any grinding time. Do you have to do this again for the P code? Man, am I glad to not have Barky X show up every other encounter. Never mind. At the very end of this continue, after we beat Laser Man. At that point, we will have done everything. It's actually really not worth to use Guardian Rec for Game 3 because everything starts outliving it, so... we will have Air Hockey on Reg for the first bit, and then we will eventually switch to Full Cust Reg. So this is Kendo Man. He thinks that we're one of his disciples and we want to learn the art of Kendo. And Mega Man has decided he has nothing better to do than follow along, so that's what we're doing now. So I already have Get On 2, so I don't need to check that anymore. We're gonna go into Yumlin area. And we're gonna do the Kendo minigame. Now the reason this is much harder than the Japanese version is in the English version, it's straight up like the text box. Hold on, I actually want to focus. So the text box that you see with the Japanese characters right there, in the English version it's just an arrow that's pointing in the direction that you need to press. So it's, every input needs A, so it's A and left for block, A and down, A and up, or A and right. In the Japanese version you just need to look at which way, what part is exposed and which way the statue is holding the kendo staff, which is quite a bit harder, I find. When you have to block, it like screams with an exclamation mark. That's kind of the easy one, but you really don't want to mess up. You can also just be stuck in RNG hell and have to block forever and ever and then run out of time because you couldn't do any damage. This minigame is kinda stupid. I don't know if I was physically able to do enough damage right there. Maybe if I hadn't messed up a couple times, but like that was just unlucky. Go. Oh, so that's the second one. There's one more, and they do get harder each time. I think they get more health and or less time. I will also need to do. There's a BMD over here that I need. This is our last tournament scenario in the Blue Moon tournament already. So. The other ones went by very quickly, because they were like the shortest one. The other kendo victims lying on the road, yeah. Alright. That one was nice enough. Yo, what's up, Hard Candy? Thank you, thank you. The run is going pretty well so far. I can't complain. We'll see how Continue Free shapes up. I'm just gonna check out and back in and check cut GMVs again. We're 8 hours in, so quite a ways already. It really doesn't feel like it's been 8 hours already, but apparently it has been. I don't know what to make of that. Alright. So, that was Kendo Man scenario. Now we go on beat up Kendo Man and everything's fine. Hey, wait. Where Where's Mr. Famous? Guys? Hold on. Let's go back to Netfrica. Oh my goodness. There's a guy remote controlling lions using this antenna somehow. And he has Mr. Famous. What am I, Mr. Famous, not doing here? Exactly. So this scenario, much like Colt, also has an exclusive reg up, which you need. So don't miss it while you're here. God damn it, that was like the only guy that I wanted to get, was the Melody. Yeah, because what tends to happen. We love Melody. Yeah, that's probably what the game's implying as well. I don't remember how they put it exactly. I mean, I guess you could call it a BN free callback if you want it. It'd be a bit of a stretch. That's the entire scenario. For real this time. That's why it's very hard to tell which one of these is faster, because they're both very long. But we did it. And thus we are nearing the end of Continue 2. There is something quite funny about the Kendo Man fight, which I will show off. So here's the thing about Kendo Man. Kendo Man does not like obstacles very much. Because he's kind of powerless against them. Front. Oh, well, okay, I might as well show this. Not even his mighty training regimen can hurt me here. Well, it's fine. He's trying very hard. However, ultimately, it's not hard enough. He does also like to get double hit on LMIs in his dash. Goodbye. And that's round 3! That's our 6th tournament done. We should have 600 HP. Well, I can't check my reg, because if I do, then everything falls apart. I assume we have a reg of 33. Alright, 5 seconds of Naxa music into panic music forever. As you do. So now we're actually just gonna gun endgame, kinda, and pick up everything that we need along the way. Where's Char? So here's something I'm not sure about yet, but we will be doing it. We're gonna take a little detour into the Undernet here. This is specifically the only area that you can access in Undernet free without the sea slider, is this little cubby hole over here. We're gonna be going through the Space Center homepage. And then I'm gonna equip a jungle cuss. So I want Side Bamboo 2H for the folder. There's a chance I get Elm Leaf here as well. Elm Leaf is in quite a few of these encounters. We'll see. Any rank will do for Side Bamboo. Unfortunately, we don't have encounter bug here. Fine. Well, there's Elm Leaf. Technically, the chip that I didn't want, but this is gonna make it pretty easy on us to get the remaining Elm chips in continue free. I think I just need Flare and Dark at this point. Guy can't do much if you don't let him. Alright, cool. There's another one. There's our first Side Bamboo. Very good. Oh, well, this is Elm Flare. Hello. These encounters do always remain here. Technically, I could get it here, and then I would just have to get Elm Dark. Would save me a lock on him. That's fine. I didn't actually have Side Bamboo 1 and Continue 1. We get it in Continue 3. Okay, well, sure. I won't say no. Well, there's Elm Flare. Okay, sure. I just randomly got all of the other element chip. Why not? Wish I could stay, but I have stuff to take care of. Alright. Appreciate you hanging around. Thank you for the good luck. Can I not actually get this encounter? I would like Side Bamboo 2. There's also like a double encounter with just 2 Side Bamboo 2 cards. That one would be nice to get. Hey, speak of the devil. That should be... Obviously, we can't add them to the folder yet. That should be number 2. Now I have to start my meticulous tracking of what I do and don't have. Oh no, I have to use my brain. No! The run is over. I don't really care for Elm Flare D, or sorry, Elm Leaf D. We'll probably go hard in a Fire Soul folder. This is Blue Moon. Can I not? Okay, this is guaranteed. That's number 3. And this is going to be number 4. And some book. Now we can actually do the story proper. I definitely do need Twin Fang 2P. So, we're gonna use a different cuss. Featuring our beloved Encounter Bow. Happy TimeLink Day, everyone. What is up, Prof? That's right. A whole day of just me. Me, myself, and I. I think technically, the viruses are slightly more common in the Topia area, but we'll just grind for it here. I don't think it makes a huge... don't want this. That seems like a pretty ugly encounter. Don't think I have 100% run. Okay. Can work. So I need low rank. So Guardian's actually not that helpful. And that is guards 2P. 2P or not 2P? That is the question. Sorry. Don't want this encounter. It would guaranteed give us binder too, wouldn't it? Pretty sure I don't have that yet, so... Again, it sorts itself out. Should I get, Sparkman in game free? I do not know. There you go. Now to get back to the story. This is where we would grind for Zenny again in Netfrica, but I have enough already for what I need currently, so... We are just going to conveniently skip that. Thank God. Need more on track. Okay, we'll get more after this. Unfortunate. In the last playthrough I would have been able to take the shortcut for there, but we haven't done the water god in this time. I should have just drawn Gundam EX, that would have been faster. Oh well. No, not a couple seconds in my 18-hour speedrun! No! Well, I actually do need to grind these GMDs for Flameline 3K, that is routed. Don't have any untraps. Well, in that case, we'll just go and buy stuff real quick. I need 7 unlockers and 7 untraps. These unlockers should last me for the rest of the game, I think. And then we go back. Technically could get this off of the virus as well, but I have it routed in this way, so we're doing it. It's gonna give me some more Zenny anyway, it doesn't really... We're gonna need more. Did I ever mention we need a lot of money in this run, and money is very hard to come by? Because we need a lot of money in this run, and it's very hard to come by. I mean, this is not on the Legacy Collection, so patch cards aren't a thing. I mean, yes, you could use the e-reader and everything, you could try and emulate everything. I don't even know how that will work. But no, in general, outside of their dedicated subcategories, stuff like e-reader, e-reader cards isn't allowed. And there isn't a Duo Omega with e-reader, because nobody does this category in the first place. There's been nobody interested in doing it with add-on stuff. So the answer is no. This actually puts us at 2 out of 3 for Flame Cross free. Because, I already have Flameline Free J from Lotto. That's still in the folder, actually. I kind of would like to have it not there, but it's a little too late for that. Be stuck with us until after we beat Laser, which is actually not terribly long away. We do need to do a few chip grind. But shouldn't take that long. This category does exist on SRC. Although if you look on SRC, then you actually won't even see my Duo Omega Red Sun. Because that is only on MegamanRTALeaderboards.net. I'm pretty sure SRC just has both of Yuki's times. The 25-hour Blue Moon and the 23-hour Red Sun. I do realize most people go to check SRC first when they think Speedrun. Not realizing that Mega Man has its own leaderboards. Well, the BN and SF communities do kind of use SRC more, actually, than they actually use MMRTA. Classic X, Zero, ZX, and those four use MMRTA more. I think Legends uses them about equally, and then BNSF just uses SRC more. MMRTA BNSF is also not exactly managed by a lot of people. To be precise, it is managed by me and Fat Kid, and I don't think Fat Kid has done anything for it in a long time either. This doesn't take too long. It's actually probably very inefficient to do this, if you have to grind for it. If you're grinding Zenny and it appears along the way, yes. But I actually think I remember exactly where you would get Flameline Free K in the Red Sun run to get more copies for your folder, and it's pretty fast and easy. This might be a big old waste of time. We might get a couple more Flameline Free K as we do continue free. But the route says get it here, so yeah, I'll get it here for now. Rust the Trout. I say when knowing I made the route. Oh, I don't have any more. Isn't that much? Yeah. This is a big old waste. I'm actually just gonna not do this. I'll just get it and continue free. I just have to remember, it's towards the start that we get it in Red Sun. I'm just gonna continue the story. hope that money ends up being worthwhile at least. Yeah, well, I think this category has a ways to go still. It could be probably around 15 if someone really puts a lot of effort into it. But I don't see anyone on Earth currently doing that, so... Right, we should do this gate first and then the other, and then I need to check... I need Magbolt to E, which I don't have. I have G. So we're gonna have to grant that in this area. I'm just gonna... Buster Pack goes, battery goes in. And I'm gonna... bugging it. So I need low rat. That's fine. I can do low. It's really just an endurance thing more than anything else. I like this game a lot, so... It's kinda tiring, of course, but it's really not that bad. I just like long speedruns as a whole. It's always been fascinating to me. I've just done a lot since. Always really enjoyed watching really long and such. No, the text speed is like the least important thing, although it is nice. The Japanese version is because when I do this, just open literally any submenu, my step counter gets reset to 0. You will notice, usually, I'm not getting any encounter while I traverse these areas. That's because I'm constantly resetting my step counter to 0. Which saves us hours throughout the run. Actual legit... This is gonna be one of the big improvement points over Yuki's time. If you need Flameline to E and F, I'm pretty sure I need E. F I should have from GMD. So we're gonna use Oil Body. And then Boomer to M I need, which is the S rank code. It being the S rank code is not a problem at all here because Guardian will just solve this for us. No, Tornado videotape is Red Sun. I did do it in my Red Sun run. It's kind of hard to do in Blue Moon though, given that Windman doesn't exist. That should be Flameline to E. So now I need Boomer to M. Which means we're gonna use Sneak Bug. Buster Pack. Yeah, it is Japanese exclusive. It can be done on the Legacy Collection as well, because the Legacy Collection's BN4 is directly based on the Japanese. I think they all are. They're just translated. Yes, GBA is still way faster than LC. Because it gets various, JP gets to do various tricks that aren't possible in the Legacy Collection. Because the Legacy Collection uses JP 1.1 as a base. And 1.0 gets, things like Guardian Rig, and something else very helpful later. I don't have Mocha Rush 2, do I? Come to think of it. Shout out to Kawaii Sheep. No idea. Actually, this is 3 BGMD. I could still get Magnum from this, I believe, which would be helpful. So, yeah, Boomer. I have a very specific idea for this, hold on. Oh, I don't know if this will work. I don't know if that was fast enough. No! It's so over. This is gonna kill a Moloko. Well, this is gonna be a low ranked. Alas. I needed to take the Moloko's fur off and then block it with Guardian as the Boomer triggers the Guardian. Why do you have Blinder? Pretty sure this isn't even the best area. Isn't it better to grind Boomer in Netflix area? Because I remember that's where we grind Boomer free for its codes, for most of them. Well, see, this is a 50-50. Nope. Twinfang 2Q. That is nice, because it means I won't have to get it later. Just do this instead of failing to run. It's okay. Alright, nice. Thank you. we can move on with our lives. No! Don't. Do not. Please do not the Mega Man. If by some miracle you don't have Guard 2, go and get it from ACDC 1. I think I have plenty of Guard 2. I do need Boomer 2N. Go into Town 2. Which is also where we happen to continue the story. So this is lower rank, so this is gonna be a bit easy. BGMD, I do need Cannon Star from BGMD still. That would be helpful. White Shot 2M. White Shot 2, the only one I need is L, but that's the tricky one. Landline 2F is right here. Lower rank. Well, I was trying to save the BGMD. Doing work, and I got Guard 2. Nice, that's good. Fun fact, Giga Cannon 1 is actually kind of one of the last PAs we do, or sometimes can do. Just because it's either Cannon C, which we have to buy, and you all know how much we hate buying things in this round. Or we get Cannon Star from there, but that's far from guaranteed, so... Yeah, Guardian is kind of cracked in PvE. It's very, very good for S ranking things. So now I just need Boomer to N. So, let's see. That is a double delete. That is unfortunate. But it's guard anyway. Tornado. Wow, I'm getting all the BGMD chips. That's kind of crazy. 111 already. Doing pretty good. Yeah, you buy it in the shop in 5, right? In Or in 1. Pretty good. I think it being free, you get it very late. You get it in Undernet 7 after beating Serenade, right? Oh, that's kind of stinky. Coming up is actually the part that I am the most grateful for Guardian rank for, which is White Shot 2L. That one is kind of nasty. And Guardian does help a lot with it. Wait, no. Don't S-rank! Don't S-rank! I hope the self-sabotage maneuver actually does anything for me. Please give me Boomer. Damn it. Thank you! Sometimes all you have to do is sabotage yourself to get an easy boomer. Okay, boomer 10. We get the PMD again, which is anti-water D. I have wide shot to N, right? I'm pretty sure I do. Ooh. It's not that hard to get if I don't. It's low rank bark, so. Yeah, no, I got it in the sink in game 1, right? That was only like 4 hours ago. Surely I should remember this. I don't have Big Hammer 2 yet. I will need that. There's also an encounter that's one Gaia, one Lord. Pretty nice. I just keep getting guard 2. But it's not telling me to grind Big Hammer 2 yet, so I will not. Under 2. Wide Shot 2L. And White Web 2, actually. I don't have White Web 2 at all yet. Okay, well there it is. So now, Wide Shot 2L, which is the worst chip ever. Well, this is kind of nasty, actually. Right. Okay, I saved here. Well, I lost White Web, but that's really not a big deal. We're gonna get it again before we know it in under 2. I promise you. This is just Thunder 2, which I don't need, but I don't have guaranteed run. Can you both move back? No. No. You know, did I have Thunder 2? I'm not certain. Well, now I have it. Something terrible happens again. Right, this is where the spiders start leaving webs, which are kinda nasty. There's Bob V. I think I might not have had that. White Shot 2, so I need a fish cast. Is Slasher in 4? Yes, it is. I think it's a shop chip, yeah, so we trade her it. I think it's sold in Netopia's shop. Alright, time to grind. I need an S rank on a Bark EX, which means I either start the fight with full synchro and then just place down Guardian, or I do something else. I could also get Silence here. Oh, that's not fast enough. Okay, well I got Silence. Silence is actually in the free chip trader. So, It's pretty easy to get there. Yeah, and now we grind for the white shirt. Try and see what I get from BGMD here. We have already accumulated a lot of BugFrags since the grind. Like, I have 66. I need 100. And we still have all of Continue Free to go. Try and do this. It's the wrong one. Favorite Program Advance? Great question. Hope this. Okay, maybe. Nice. I don't actually have White Web 2, do I? Because I lost it. Okay, hold on. It's fine. Wait, well, I'm gonna check this in the library before I end up doing the White Web. Yeah, no, I don't have it. Whoops. I guess I'll just equip a jungle cuss. That's funny. I usually get so many on the White Shot 2L grind. I like a lot of the throwback PAs in 6. I like Sun Moon. I think it's cool. I like Master Cross. Pile Driver is sweet, of course. Corn Fiesta, obviously the best. I like Elm Sword from BN4 quite a bit as well. Even though it's purely basic. Hey look, it's the encounter, but it's upgraded, and now it's like way worse to grind. I mean, I guess you could grind it with Guardian Reg like this. You would even be able to always guarantee Oko it and never have to deal with a spider. But there's not much of a reason. Okay, so that's that. Finally get to move on and fight this guy again. There is no reason for us to BugFrag grind in this continue. There is one chip left in the video game that needs BugFrags to buy, which is Signal Red. And we have all of Continue Free left to get BugFrags along the way, as we do things. So, no reason to BugFrag grind in this continue. I need air hockeys. I need air hockey too, many of them. I need 4 air hockey 2J and 1 air hockey 2K. Or the other way around, I don't care. We just needed the BugFrags early on for collect. And we bought Shotstar while we were there, and also because it's unrealistic to get that many BugFrags on the boat. What are the 100% requirements? Great question. I should be in Park Area 2. I guess it doesn't really matter. So, we have to do the following things. We have to collect every standard chip, mega chip, every giga chip. We have to do every program advance. And we have to defeat Base, Omega, and Black Earth 2. I need Big Hammer. Yeah, I also, yeah. So this is where you also grant for Mocha Rush and Big Hammer. I'm not gonna take an encounter like this. Most of these things are pretty self-explanatory. We're kind of working towards everything at the same time for, like, you know, as we do the run. We got our first icon when we did the first playthrough. Actually, there's 7 icons in this game. Standard Mega Giga complete, base icon, PA complete, and then there's Soul complete, which you just automatically get upon beating, upon getting your last soul, which is like basically, it's gonna be near the end of game 3. You just kind of get a freebie icon in a way. And then, what was I gonna say? There's the blue moon icon, which you just get for beating the game, or the red sun icon. Perish. Yeah, it's just all icons. That's what that's what we call the category generally, or what do we call these categories? All icons, 100%, or whatever final boss, Omega. So this is guaranteed Big Hammer. Oh. And Magnum, nice. In H-code, no less. Now I just need many air. There is a double here with BGMD. Not this. Double Dharma. Once you have all the icons, then Duo Beta will turn into Duo Omega. Okay. 1J. $1K. $2J. We're building up the eventual Earhawk folder. That's Big Hammer. Oh. There's the double, okay. So this should be 3J. We will eventually have a folder 2, which is just 12 air hockey. I hope you look forward to it. And this should be 4J, if I just play this poorly enough, which I can do that. Probably. So I got 1K for the PA and then all J. Heat V I'm pretty sure I don't need, because I got it from GMD earlier. I need timpani. That is in this area. That's over here. There it is, 50-50. Fortunate. Timpani, that's his name. Brother to John Pani. James Pani. I also don't need to grind any more Air Hockey 1F because, or like Air Hockey 1s in general, because I did see at the end of Continue 1 that I have 4 Air Hockey 1D, which will do. Any code will do. For the Air Hockey. Gonna be 4 Air Hockey 1D, 4 Air Hockey 2J, and 4 Air Hockey 3U, I guess, for this run. Go on. Just try and hit me. Idiot. Stop giving me flame line. I need timpani. I would like to check at the end if I have double crack. Or if I still need that. Tim remains elusive. That's right. The elusive timpani. $50-50 by the way. This is 1 in free, but yeah, I might as well take it. Consequences of timpani. There, I got it for the 1 in free! What? Okay, well, I mean, sure. Alright, Meteor comes. I don't know why Silence is in the free chip trader, but Timpani isn't. At least to my knowledge. What is my... Pretty sure it's not what it's supposed to be. Oh yeah, I still have Sneak Bug in, hey! That shouldn't be the case. We're nearly done with Guardian Reg, by the way. We're almost there. At this point, I wouldn't even really care too much if I lost it. Because the worst thing, which is White Shot 2L, is done. Yes, free as in the number free. With T8. Not F. Be cool if there was a free chip trader. I guess that's called Grega Master's Chip Trader Simulator. You just press the L button and get a random chip. Including Mega and Giga chips. Yep, Planet! That's a Snore and Pyro class. Only real ones will remember. Real ones will know the World Free Smackdown. There's not much to say here. It's the exact same as previously. We're gonna need to grind a few more chips once I'm done here. I don't think it's really many though. I have most of them already. I need MacBolt 2F. That I do need. Other than that... Oh, and I need the wood powders, of course, for Duo Alpha and Duo Omega. Those are going to be very important. We're not winning this game without a couple of wood powders to back us up. Because Duo is immune to air hockey. Is this right? No, hold on. I went wrong.
It's the last planet I did. I think it's 2. I think I missed this entire sequence here. Okay. The path is clear. And now I want wood powder. Now you're gonna say to yourself, but TimeLink, didn't you know? Wood powder is in one of the extra folders you can get later on. Why would you want the wood powder now? To which I say, well, dear viewer, you will behold the mighty power of wood. And you will like it. So there's an encounter that has double wood powder and shrimpy here, but for some reason it doesn't show up when you use fish, even though it's supposed to be 50%. Unless this has a wonder, I think. So we're just gonna try and look for it and lock enemy. This is circle run 2. You never have enough sawdust, that's right. This is actually the first lock enemy I'm gonna use in the run. Nice, there's one. Yeah, the final boss usually has like a special shield or invincible gimmick of some sort. Duo also has the problem of floating, which means half of your chips don't work. A lot of chips that by all means should work don't. Like circle gun. Smack Bolt 2E. Need that. I guess Smack Bolt 2F is S, right? Yeah. I can't get the command code anymore, no! I'm washed again. There's number 2. I do want 4. You can get by with only 1, but then you're banking on luck a lot. Okay, so I can just S-rank this. Should give me MacBolt 2F. Well, I think there's a sense of, here's my deck that I build with everything the game gave me for this entire grand adventure. Let's go and take down the big bad with it. I do like that as a sentiment. I do also understand the other side, though. Having to, like, look at the challenge you are posed and then craft something around it has its own... Oh, hey, this is the encounter. I might actually not need to lock enemy it, though, because I already have to. You know, nice in its own way. Nice. So there's number 3. Yeah, it's just one more wood powder, and then... And yeah, I have Bob V, I have MacBolt 2FG, Thunder 2, Circle Gun 2... I don't have Twin Fang 2O, do I? I guess I will need that.
Okay, nice. That went a lot faster than it did in practice. It's actually kind of nice. So I need to go to Meteor 3 for... We're almost done with Guard. Hey, where's my Guardian? What? Apparently I've accidentally opened my folder at some point, but we're basically done anyway. I just need to get Twin Fang 2-0, which... Hey, look, there's Twin Fang 2-0! Alright! Isn't that nice? Hey, there's Guardian, but naturally. We can finally go back to our normal rec chip and we can look at our folder and path! Isn't that incredible? Alright, let me fix my Navi cut since we're done grinding. So I need custom 2 and I desperately need undershirt for the strategy to work. And then charge 1. And that should do it. So, let's go and get to Laserman. Yes, we are going to do another sanity check after I do Laserman. Because I'm not certain that I have everything. We'll see. I'm curious. This is a hand. This is a lot of different code. See if I can land double damage Z-Saver. Not really. I mean, we just keep doing this, I don't mind. It's fine. Looking for that final Gundle Soul. Drop Pile Driver. Oh, he's spawning a Dark Hole. This heals. This laser will uninstall you, by the way. It'll remove Navica's programs, which is kinda nice. Where's that? Did I already use it at some point? No, right? Where's that final Gundle Soul? Aha, there goes your Dark Hole. Well, at this point, I'm just gonna like, use them. Goodbye. Alright, that's Laserman. Okie dokie, let's add the side bamboos that we got. You've done well, Guardian. Where do I want to go? Probably time for a bunch of the off-codes to go, I'm sorry. Look at all the stuff we got! Isn't it? Okay. So, let's not equip folder 2. Let's check our pack to see what we have. So folder looks like this. Navicus looks like this. Pack should have High Cannon E, M Cannon EF, Vulcan Free W, Heat V, Bub V, Wonder 2, White Shot 2 LMN, Flameline 2 E and F, Flameline Free K. I'm just gonna get this in the container, that's not a problem. 4 Wood Powder, Twinfang 2 OPQ, Magbolt 2 EFG, Mega Energy Bomb D, Wide Blade C, Airhawk 1, 4 of them, Airhawk 2, 4 of them, and 1 of the other, Counter Free V, Boomer 2 LMN, Side Bamboo 2 times 4, White Whip 2, Moko Rush 2, Circle Gun 2, Big Hammer 2, Boy Bomb 2, Timpani, Guard 2, Triple Crack. I do have Double Crack, thank god. Recuff 150C, Recuff 200M, Northwind E, Anti-Water D, Anti-Elect H, Anti-Damage M, Anti-Recuff D, Double Point, Volcust is in the folder, and then Navicus, another Wide Attack plus 1, another Charge plus 1, another Speed plus 1, HP plus 200, been red, green, and yellow, 640 base HP, 41 Regman? It should be 40 according to my notes. Well, isn't that something? Okay, and we should have 5 unlockers left. Yes. Everything is ready to go. The only thing I need to do still is I'm gonna take these out instantly again. Just momentarily while I do this. Thank god that's also exactly 40 megabytes, actually. Alright. Padware, thank you very much for the raid. I think I get fully healed before the Dark Mega fights. Yeah, we should be all ready to go to continue free. Extra reg memory for luck, yeah. I can finally encounter skip using the folder again. Thank god. If you have to guess the final time, what do you think you'll get? I'm hoping for ideally something right below 17 hours, but probably something more around 18 is fine. Alright. I wasn't really expecting to do this on Dark Mega, but I guess it's fine to do this. What? You idiot! You bumbling buffoon! He doesn't know! He tries to copy, but he doesn't have the knowledge. So this is Wood Soul. It heals pretty fast on grass. Hey! Don't... Jesus! That was pretty scary, actually. Hold on, I'm just gonna, Goodbye. Okay. Hopefully... Hopefully Duo should be a little less scary than that. So we're gonna set some panels. And until I draw another one I can go into Wood Soul, I'll just Buster shot. That flame line, man. That was scary. And now we become tree. You know, I don't have super armor in. Oh, this is the one attack that he has that can actually, undo our grass panels. I'll try and dig for another wood powder. Until then, we'll stay here. It's not a deal breaker, it's just annoying that he keeps interrupting my charge shots. Also, this is my last turn of Wood Soul. I can't really enter the custom screening. This is by far the easiest way to win this fight. This Twister does 80. I think it's 80? 80 damage unconditionally. Oh, it might be. That's definitely more. As you can see, it's pretty strong. And I'm basically not in danger of ever dying. Oh, well, there's the. Okay, I lied. He has 2 attacks. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Alright. And that's time for game 2. Ugh. Yeah, Wood Soul heals at a rate of 1 HP per frame on grass panels, which is stupid. There is no reason that it should heal that fast, but it does. Duo Omega will be dying the same way, I can tell you right now. Except I will also have super armor. Buster Pack doesn't really do anything. Alright, credits! Yay! I guess I'll go to the bathroom again. Why not? Gonna be my last chance for a while, so I will see you in a bit. Alright. I return. So, 9.5 hours in, we have, yeah, we have a bit over 10 hours to do continue free. Hopefully a bit less. 904 IGT, 121 out of 150. We're getting pretty close on standard. Good stuff, good stuff. So yeah, once more, with feeling!